Hello makers, welcome or welcome back to the channel, and in today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to make this crochet sunburst and square. I know it's not new, you've probably seen this around. I just wanted to recreate this because I'm trying to make a crochet pencil case, another one, and I thought it would look really nice with this print. So if you want to follow the written pattern, then it's available on my website. You can find that linked down below. As for the materials that you should be using, so that not the one that I'm using this tutorial, but the right materials that you should be using, I have also linked those down below. So if you haven't already, please subscribe, like the video, and share it to someone you know might like it. Otherwise, let's get started. So let's talk about the materials that you need. So the idea is to achieve something like this. So you will need colors that are not so different from each other. If I could get some that were quite in the same color scheme, I would have, but this is also fine. It doesn't have to be yellow. You can be creative and make it green, shades of green or blue or anything in the likes. So I am using two balls to held together because each strand is a 4-ply yarn and I'm trying to achieve a medium weight yarn. And I have three size crochet hooks because I'm still deciding on whether to use a 5 or a 5.5 because I've been seeing a 5.5 is working quite good for this. However, the cream color, so the color that I'm going to have on the outside border, I'll be using a 4.5 because it is a DK weight yarn. If you're going to do this, please don't do what I'm doing because it looks very weird. I tried to use a similar weight yarn, but it was white and I guess it doesn't look so bad, but then it doesn't look as good as this when I hold them together. You can see the difference. So I'm going to suggest you find a cream white, or you know what, it's your granny square. You would do what you like. So I've settled on the 5.5mm crochet hook, and we're going to start by making a magic ring. So we're going to begin with the darkest color, or the brown for me. I'm just saying darkest color because assuming you guys are using any other colors but what I'm using. So make a magic ring. If you don't know how to make a magic ring, you can always make a chain of 3 and then slip stitch the first one. Let me just show you. This is a tutorial. Let me show you. So you will make a slip knot just like so, and then you chain 1, 2, and 3. And then into that first chain that we made, you will slip stitch just like so. So you have a little hole in between those 3 chains. Into that little hole, that is where you're going to be working your stitches. But I know how to make a magic ring, so just follow what I'm doing and just like so. So you're going to start by making a chain of 3, and that chain 3 is going to count as our first double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. So the first round, we're trying to get a total of 16 double crochets into the center of that magic ring. So that chain 3 is our first double crochet. So you're just going to place 15 more double crochets in that magic ring. So that's 3 for me, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to pause the video and finish my granny squares. I mean my double crochet reset, then I'll meet you at the end. After you finished your 16 double crochets, you want to double check. I've already done that. You want to go back and count, making sure you've got 16, and then go ahead and close that magic ring. Not too hard, just like I've done. So that first chain 3, you want to count up to the top of that third chain. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And then you just want to slip stitch in there, chain 1, grab your scissors, and cut off that excess yarn. So far, this is what we have. And you can put away your brown yarn because we are done with it. So as for this, we can always weave it in at the very end. I don't like weaving stuff in. I hate it so much. As for this tail right here, we're going to be working over it as we start row 2. Row 2, you'll be working with your gold yarn or your orange. I'm not even sure what color this is, but we're going for from the darkest going out, and the colors, you want to start with the darkest in the center and you want to get lighter. So whatever shades you're using, it's gonna look really nice if you go from the darkest going out, getting lighter. So you can find any corner, any double crochet around your magic ring. I'm just gonna choose here. Actually, no, let me just go here. So I'm just gonna go opposite where I slip stitched off, where I cut that yarn, and I would join with I'll slip my yarn through there just like so. And then I will make a chain of 2. 1, 2. So this row is comprising of puff stitches. And to do that, you're just going to yarn over. So the idea is to have a total of 7 loops on our hook. So we already have 1. So you're going to yarn over, that's 2. Insert your hook. And I'm working over this tail, the new yarn that I'm joining, by the way. And so pull up a loop, and we have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over. We have 4 loops on our hook. Insert your hook, loop that yarn and pull it through. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over, 6 loops on our hook, insert, and we're going into that same stitch. Pull yarn through, and now you've got 7. So the idea is to have a total of 7 loops on our crochet hook. So now you're just gonna yarn over and pull through everything and chain 1 to secure. And now we're still working over this. So we're going to have a total of 16 puff stitches by the end of the row. Yarn over and into that next stitch, insert your hook, working over that tail, and pull up a loop. You've got 3 loops on your hook. Let me just pull on my working yarn. So I've got 3 loops on my hook. Yarn over, insert my hook, and pull through. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops. Yarn over, insert my hook, and I've got 7. I will yarn over and pull through everything and chain 1 to secure. Yarn over into that next one, insert your hook, yarn and pull it through. We've got 3, we've got 5 loops, 6 and 7. Yarn over through everything, chain 1. And you're just doing this, working over that tail. And as you work over that tail from the back, you see that you cannot see it's hiding. Yarn over, insert, 3 loops, 5, 6 and 7. Now you're gonna yarn over, pull through everything, and chain 1. So just continue doing this, going all the way around, and I'll meet you once you get to this here right here. You want to also keep working over the tail so that it hides within the work. So continue doing this, and I'll meet you at the end when we're working our very last puff stitch. So I've got 1 more puff stitch to make, and we'll make that together. So yarn over and insert your hook, pull through, and I'm still working over that tail, as you can see. So I've got 3, that's 4, 5, 6, and that is 7. And over, pull through everything, and I'll chain 1. So on top of that first chain that we made, I'm just going to go into there, and let me do that again neatly. I'm going to go into there and slip stitch to join, chain 1. You don't want to leave your tails too long. Snip that off and fast enough. So when you come at the back, you might see that the tail of the brown yarn is still showing. So just pull onto it just a little bit and cut off what's left and straighten things out. And you can't see it. So all that's left is that magic loop tail. We're gonna weave that in at the very end. Don't worry. So far, this is what it's looking like. Can you see it coming together? So let's go on to row 3. Round 3 is the yellow yarn. So you're just gonna find any chain 1 space. I'm just gonna connect here, and you wanna slip your yarn and make a chain of 2. So this round we're going to be making cluster stitches, and a cluster is pretty much unfinished double crochets that will all be finished together to form one big stitch, just like this one right here. So after your chain 2, you're just going to yarn over and into that chain of previous chain 1 space, insert your hook and yarn over, pull through. You want to yarn over and just pull through 2 as if you're about to do a double crochet. And then you want to repeat that 2 more times. So yarn over, insert, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2. And repeat that 1 more time and pull through 2. So until we've got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 clusters on our on our hook, and then you want to yarn over and pull through everything and chain 2 to separate them. And we'll also be working over that tail as we go. So into that next one, you were going to repeat everything we just did. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, and pull through 2. So that's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and we'll be doing that for a total of 4. That's 3 and 4 double crochets. So going forward, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops, but for the first one, we had 4 loops, and that's absolutely fine. So pull through everything and chain 2. Let's do it together one more time. Yarn over, insert your hook into the previous chain 1 space, pull your yarn through, yarn over, and pull through 2. Yarn over, go back into that same space, pull your yarn through and yarn over, pull through 2. We have 2 unfinished double crochets. Let's do that 2 more times. 1 and 2. Now yarn over, pull through everything and chain 2. So you want to repeat this going all the way around until you have a total of 16 clusters. And for the last one, I will meet you right here at the beginning. So remember, when when you reach this tail, you also want to work over it so that it's cleaning up as we go. Now for the final row, for the final cluster, you yarn over, insert your hook, pull through 2. That's 1, that's 2. That's 3 and that is 4. Now yarn over, put through everything and chain 2. And then into that chain, as you can see, the biggest one, just slip stitch in there. Chain 1, grab your scissors, cut that off. So at the back, you just want to check and see if there's any strands sticking out. I like to just pull on those and cut them off. So as you can see from the back, our work is neat as well as from the front. Now the next row we're gonna start forming the square. So it's actually the last row. So we're gonna form the square and finish off. So this is where your cream color is coming in. That's where my DK weight is coming in. And I'm changing down, I'm sizing down to 4.5. So at any corner really, I'm just gonna go the opposite. You want to join your yarn and you want to chain 4. So that's my first chain. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that chain 4 is going to count as our first treble. And you want to place 2 more trebles in there. So you yarn over twice, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. And we'll do that again. Yarn over twice to that same chain 2 space, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. And then in the next chain 2 space, we're going to go in there with a double crochet, 3 double crochets. It's 1, 2, and I'm still working over that tail, as you can see, and 3. And then in the next one, we're going to go in there with 3 half double crochets. So yarn over, pull through all 3. That's 1, 2, and 3. And then in the next one, we're gonna go in with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. So what we've done is half of the cluster or half a corner, double crochet, half double crochet, and double crochet. And then we're working our corner. So in that corner, it's 3 trebles, chain 2, and 3 trebles. So that's my first treble, my second treble, and my third. And then we will chain 2 and place 3 more trebles in that exact same corner. Just like so. And then we're going to repeat what we did that side. So we're going to be working 3 double crochets, 3 half double crochets, 3 double crochets, and then another corner. So let's just do that together. So into that next chain 2 space, we're going in there with 3 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, and 3, and then 3 half double crochets, 2 and 3, and then 3 double crochets, and then in there we're working our corner. So that's 3 treble crochets, chain 2, 3 treble crochets, just like we did. And you want to do that going all the way around. I'll meet you here so that we can finalize that half treble that we started with. So now to finalize the round, you will yarn over twice, and into that first set of clusters, trebles, you're going to go into that same chain 2 space and make 3 more trebles. That's 1, 2, and 3. And then you will chain 2, find that first chain 4 we made, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And at the very top of that chain 4, you will slip stitch in there and join. And then you chain 1, cut that line, and pull it through, and you're done. All you have to do now is, if you want to block it, then block it. Otherwise, I'm all done. Grab your yarn needle so that we can weave in this tip. And you can weave it in the best way you know how. I just like to go over the top stitches and weave it in just like so. It's not the neatest, so if you have any other methods of how to weave in your ends, please do use your method. Don't use mine. Like I said, I don't like weaving in ends. And then you're going to repeat the same thing for, so I'm just going to stretch it to see if everything is neatly tucked away. That's good. Turn it around and in that magic ring we made, so that tail at the very back, weave that in as well. So I like to just pass it through between the stitches. And you're just going to pass it through, going all the way around up until where we started. If you remember where that is. And then I like to just pull onto that loop, cut that off, and straighten things out. And you cannot see any funny bits. And that's it. You are all done. So make more of these depending on what project you want to make it for. Personally, I'm trying to make a pencil case, another pencil case. So that's why I've got this granny square. I have another granny square that I did. You can also follow that. That one is also another beginner friendly project. Otherwise, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like the video, and share it with someone that you know may like it. Otherwise, until next time, stay crocheting.